Okay, the next station that we're going to talk about is our dosing station. So dosing, there's a lot of things that dosing can actually affect. One thing being splits. Most people don't think that you get that in the dosing area. But if for some reason you're not making a slug, what happens is the body's being pushed up and that powder's falling out. And so now you have body going through the powder to get attached to the cap. One other thing that people tend to forget, or not necessarily forget, but let's talk about how do we do a tamp. So if we have something that makes a nice slug and it's real easy to do, I would go with the way that Bosch says to do it. And that would be, you go deepest in your back station and then you stagger it up, coming up. And that works good for something that makes a slug because you're actually starting your slug and you're just building on it as you go around. Say that we have a product that doesn't want to make a slug, something that's kind of fluffy and just kind of aerated or whatever, and so you're not able to actually get it to compress. The best way of going about that is the very first station, set it even with your dosing disc. And what that does is, even though you're not actually putting any pressure on it in the dosing disc, you're still putting powder inside of the dosing disc and starting the slug. Because the tamping pin is pushing powder through whatever bowl, the powder that you have in your bowl. So with it compressing down, it starts it. The next one we're going to go to would be our next station, and we're actually going to go maybe 2 to 5 millimeters into the depth of whatever size dosing disc you're running. And then the next station will actually go even again. And then we'll use the last 2 to try to get our weight. The good thing about a 1505, if you look right here, it's basically got a graduation. It tells you where you're at. So if you have a 21 millimeter dosing disc, you get to actually just set this at 21 millimeters with the block, and it gets you right even with the dosing disc. Say you have a product that wants to seize up in the machine. There's an opportunity to actually change out some of your parts. So right here is a brass seal plate. When we have something that wants to seize up, we'll actually run a nylitron seal plate there to try to help with it seizing. Obviously, you can use excipients also in your blend, and that's a whole other discussion. But that's one thing that you can do on your machine, is change out the seal plate. The other thing is you can actually open the gap there, depending upon if it's wanting to seize, you open it up. You want to run as clean as you can so you don't have to stop the machine, but if it's seizing, it's obviously stopping and you have to wash parts, so you're better off having something that wants to dump material out and actually keeps it so it's running.